Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Stanley Parable. We're in the intro scene. Like you saw in the last video, I didn't introduce it in the last video, um, because I just I don't know why I just didn't do it last time. But this is the intro thing we go through every single time we launch the game. Let's see here. Please adjust the slider until the dog and cat are friends. All right. And closer. And, oh, there's a heart. There we go. Another friend. Please just slider until number 5 becomes the number 9. Okay. Well, technically that was 9. Please adjust the slider until you stop adjusting the slider. Okay. Which one of the two made up words below most appealing to you? It might be Scrumtush. Scrumtush is actually funny. Okay. Well, now adjust the slider. Do you want to know the time it is right now? Yes. Time that is right now the correct time. Yes. What time is it anyway? What is it? Yes. Help. Yes. Well, yes. I will come back and visit you. Okay. So
this is the story
we know about Stanley. Okay, I've now officially gone back to mouse and keyboards.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There was another path we could have taken.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Of course.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh, that's right. Okay, we need to go down. We need to actually follow this path.
So he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. Yet there was not a single person here either.
Okay, tip snagging fires on the screen.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
But is there really nothing here?
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
I guess not really empty. There's stuff in there. Just saying.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay. Ooh, the executive bathroom. Oh God. To be rich is to be rich. Is it a crime? To commit crimes, isn't it rich? Well, have to be. It's just pick one. Okay. Nope. There's nothing. All right. Can't do anything on that door.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret pin number.
Very secret.
284. 4, 5. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
There's nothing over there. That's okay. Maybe this is what happened last time. Okay, so we go forward down here. Loading zone.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Nope, we're gonna escape.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Okay, I think you're lying to me.
The
I don't
door
think this
behind
game
him was
would
not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
No.
At this point, Stanley
I
was
choose
making
death.
a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Okay, that's slightly ominous. Okay, I thought I died.
As the machine
no.
went into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the big picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
No, I don't believe it.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
But, oh fuck. Oh, Jesus Christ. Scared the fuck out of me. Okay.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Why did the narrator...
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Okay, there's some credits. Ooh, office computer. Oh, there's solitaire on this one. Okay, there's some filing cabinets. Nature painting. Ooh, there's so much nature. Oh. The office layout. So here's the office that I was in. Room. Wait, where's the room? Oh, here's the room with 2 doors. The pacing of the opening section was important to get right. This corridor was moved and fucking A. The 2 doors. The set of the 2 doors is a very important, or very first concrete piece of Stanley Parable's design. This room was created. The rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of contradiction this room posed. That's an early version of the maintenance room. Okay. Is this? Oh, there is this. That guy's on YouTube. Narrator emails after the second trailer we sent out. Dear, I appreciate Stanley Parable. Oh, narrator. All right, we'll send a request at my endings. Okay. Yeah, we're. How do you make a JRPG? How does one make a JRPG? I don't think we've been there yet. Oh, wait, what? There's events? Okay, to confusion ending. Wait, hold on. There's two ways. So if I'm looking at this right, there's two ways of getting to the confusion. There's this one right here. There's one up there too. But there's also events. Okay, let's keep on going through this. Let's see if we can. See if we can get out of here. Should we just reset it? Oh, they're behind glass. Oh, here we go.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Oh.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save those two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Okay. Okay, there we go. Oh. All right, so I'm back here again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh. I was about to say I'm going to cut.
New content? What does that mean, new content?
What? Where am I going? Oh God.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home
Indeed,
computers.
it did.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Yeah.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Same, I guess. I never.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Mesmerizing.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
I don't know if I did this too early.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if, oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Is it behind me? Oh, it is.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
I am indeed jumping. I can't jump anymore. Can I reset it?
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Yeah, I want to jump more. We have to unlock the skill for jump. Oh, okay. We have another elevator.
Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yeah.
Very nice.
I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Okay. Thank you for enjoying the new content.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks, just you and me having a great time together like always.
A good time, exactly.
What do you say, friend?
The end is... Oh, God. What? Wait a minute. Wait. This is not right. That's my office.
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
God, the coffee nut's back.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched?
What?
Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something.
An audience award.
Waste.
The British Academy of Film and Television. That's time, shapes, graphs, national cargo. Okay, it's not 813. Our first kiss, my first car, the release. Don't forget the Stanley Parable. I love that scene when we walked up on. That's probably outdoor. Ooh. Linguists identify 15,000-year-old undiscovered word or unconserved words. Post 6 composites. Okay, first off, it's Mozilla. Did we hit the lesbian again or thing or? So there's $1. Don't play for 5 years. Oh my gosh. That'd be hilarious. Losing. Oh, okay. Yep, that's where I died.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now,
Oh my god.
it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
I do how there's a maintenance area, which we probably come back to. Oh, I wonder if they actually did come out with like collector's edition.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com.
The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Oh my god, that's so fucking... This is so silly and fun. Go back down.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining.
I really wonder if this is actually a review.
Funny? I'm not trying to be funny.
Jeez.
I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Oh, here's another one. There's two. That person recommended it, though.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure.
It's like
Like
a
I let these
nuclear
people
holocaust over here.
Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record.
Oh God, where's he
Only
gonna put me?
positive reviews
Oh
of the
God, where's he gonna
Stanley
put me?
Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue.
All right,
and it goes
go along with your
something like
monologue.
this. The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, until 245. Got the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more
wonder-
than forever ago?
I wonder how long
Which
it's
is
gonna
why
go
I
for.
say,
the story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, you're back, you see? You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video
Lengthy
games. Of course,
ruminations?
I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more... Well, there's sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam. Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak.
Uh-oh.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about it.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Hey, wait, the door's gone. That's a smoke detector.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the unwillingness. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
Oh, God.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Okay, that's leaking.
End is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
It's creepy. Oh God! Now this is leaking even more. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Skip forward. Oh, jeez. What? Okay, one more time. Oh, look, nature. Nature has overtaken the land. Once again, the foliage has returned to flourish throughout this world that has been absorbed by concrete. Oh, and it's dead. The fuck? Okay, I still can't escape. Like this. Oh. 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 Oh no. Can I press my button? Is this still part of the thought experiment? It's so bright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
Huh.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content. Okay.
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
I mean, I think we're in this. I think we're in this loop now.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even
Okay, you
further.
turn off the lights.
Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Ooh, okay.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all
Yeah,
the
I
new territory we'll cover
guess.
with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
That's funny. I like this design right there. Oh wait, oh, that's the fern.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or
Taste the
logical,
sequel.
really.
Okay. This way to the show floor. Right. Ooh. I'm enjoying this. I feel very very famous. Expo Hall 2. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to have to go around here. All right. Glad to see I waited in line for so long. Oh, this is
Here we are.
a
Go on,
brand.
try out some of the new features.
Very nice merchandise, as Yogurt would say, merchandise. Your name here. The button that says your name says the name of the player that is playing the game. Okay.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, What do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim.
I'm not Jim.
Of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind,
Okay.
forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
I am Jim.
I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim,
Ah, yes,
seizing
Jane.
all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now?
I'm
If
depressed
so,
as
then
Jim,
please
yes, now.
Step forward and press the button.
Okay. Maybe this button will bring me some enjoyment as Jim because it'll say my name.
Jim.
Yes, you see.
You know what? It
What
did
a
bring me a
thrill,
smile.
What a rush.
I'll
That was
admit.
you. The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Jim.
Ooh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation. Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim. I'm putting the Jim button away. Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
Oh,
Jim.
come back.
Jim.
I wanted to be Jim more. Okay, going back out to the expo hall. That door open? That door didn't open.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Ooh. The infinite hole. It just won't end. Okay, let's go. But, oh god, this says no screenshots.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
It's not the decision I picked though. Oh my god, and now it's all full of
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on. Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think?
Where-
Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Okay, let's go ahead and grab.
Collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that
Okay.
there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy
That's
of watching a number
really
go
creepy.
up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable.
Very nice.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
New free and easy okay, we'll go explore Infinite Hole in a little bit. I really want to
Now,
see if this
here's
actually
something
pops an
special.
achievement.
You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken.
God
I'm
damn
not
it.
a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who
But I
have been
want-
uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Fine. Won't get my achievement then. Alright, let's go over to Infinite Hole.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Time. Jesus Christ. She gives like a graph of how time works and gravity works with time.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
And whoop.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Okay, press G.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel. Okay, and I guess we're back in the hole now. Did you really need to see it again? I don't know what else there is to say, Stanley. It's an infinite hole. It's exactly what you're doing right now, but forever.
Forever.
There really are so many other fascinating exhibits that I've prepared for you. I really spent quite a lot of time on all this, and I would very much like to show you some more of them. How about we go ahead and press that teleport button again so we can get back to what's really important about... Oh, goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing, Stanley. I'll be honest with you. I truly did not believe that anyone would actually stay in the hole long enough to hit the bottom. Yes, I know. I told you the hole was
new
infinite,
mug.
but come on. Who actually wants to fall forever? The hole was plenty deep. It was more than deep enough, in my opinion. Maybe it's you who likes falling too much. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both
my
said
God, there's
some
so
things
many-
we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we... Oh, for heaven! You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
Okay.
Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely
No,
deep,
you cannot.
even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well,
Okay.
there it is.
Oh.
The shame of my... How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
Every pause button is in Romanian too. Wait.
Is the teleport button not working?
It's not.
Sure. Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for.
No.
It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
But wait, no, come back. I need a jump button. Oh my god, what is going on? Now the hole is going down. Goodbye, cruel world. I don't like where this is going. Such. Is there another message on the floor? Yeah, it's funky. Alright, this one isn't very good. Oh, jeez.
My head's stronger. Now you're no longer using up the space of mine. My head's stronger. Now you're no
I like this one.
longer using up the space of mine.
Oh. So puppy's reality.
Stanley? 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 Oh, good, you're awake.
Oh,
It
what-
seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
Okay, we're going back. Oh.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Okay. Well, I think we'll actually end the video right here. I'm going to keep on playing, but I'll cut the video right here. So that way, it doesn't end up being like a 7-hour video. So I'll see you guys all next time. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe right down there below. And bye, everybody.